ANC, the leadership of the ANC, came to pay the respects and together with the ANC Women's League, of which she was the deputy president. I will at this stage call on the Secretary General of the ANC, who led the NEC delegation, to address yourselves, including about what took place, what transpired in our discussions with the family.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen of the media. We are here with the delegation of the African National Congress, here at the home of Usis Lungi Gcabashe, with the leadership of the ANC Women's League, led by the Secretary General of the Women's League. We also having members of the National Executive Committee who also accompanied us to come to the family to convey our message of condolences. We are also with the provincial leadership of the ANC, led by the convener, Comrade Tamshanga, Jeff Khatebe, Upungani, and as well as the coordinator and all members of the PTT who were here, and all our regions in the province were also here, and membership was also here. So we came here to say to the family, you are not alone in this time of bereavement. Usis Lungi was a leader in the African National Congress. In her own name and right, she was a full member of the National Executive Committee of the ANC. We speak about people like her. She joined the struggle in the early years. She was in the United Democratic Front. Fikile was reminding me here today that when he met Usis Lungi, she was 23 years old in the UDF. And that story will be told. We are saddened, but we've got a life to celebrate. We begile indugu ebanzi and ebandla, and in this instance, we will celebrate a life. We have met with the family, and we thank the family for welcoming us and receiving our condolences from the president of the ANC, who is currently in the United States, and the entire leadership collective of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, and its membership, and members of parliament, where she was a full member as well there, and chairing the portfolio committee on tourism. We have agreed with the family today that the funeral of Sis Lungi will take place on Saturday, this coming Saturday. What is the date?
24th.
Will take place on the 24th of May, this Saturday, at the Durban ICC. That is our firm decision. Durban ICC, that's where the funeral will take place. And there will be a memorial service as well that will take place, and probably memorial services, because the Women's League will also organize a memorial service, probably in honor, but there will be a memorial service of everybody. Ngoba wayengumama wesambatho, wayengumkatoliki, and we also honor the church that she belonged to, and we will equally celebrate the church in the same vein. But we take the cue from the family, and we will work with the family in the preparatory committee that will be led by Comrade Mike Mabuya Kulu, and then in ensuring up until Saturday we work together. So we thank the family, we thank everyone till this far who have been with the family to express messages of condolences in the length and breadth of South Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I will take questions that are related to the reason you are here. Start with you, my brother.
All right, thank you very much.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Fikile Mbalula from ANC, Mr. Mbalula. I make appreciation that the spokesperson has outlined that we'll focus on things related here, but I'm sure the late Deputy President of the Women's League would have been aggrieved by issues concerning the developments in the Omotoso case. As someone who championed women's rights, and we've seen the criticism leveled against the NPA. Perhaps as the ANC, what's your standing point where this matter is concerned? We've seen Mr. Omotoso has since left the country, but the NPA has taken the decision to appeal the court's decision to essentially, find him not guilty. And what do you think, the Deputy President of the Women's League would really say in such an instance? But also, if you could just indulge us, because it is a topical matter, you've mentioned that the President is out, the Deputy President is also out. But what does it say in a critical week where we're expecting this budget to take place and this very important process to transpire in Parliament this week? Just your sentiments around that particular issue and the issue that also brings President Ramaphosa to the US concerning these refugees, concerning the relations between ourselves and the US. Just your sentiments as the African National Congress on some of these matters. Thank you.
First, with regard to Omotoso, we have been outraged by the outcome of that court case as the ANC, and we have expressed that publicly, and together with the ANC Women's League. In fact, the Deputy President of the Women's League, Lungi Gcabashe, was among the leaders of the Women's League and the Women's League as an organization who marched, mobilized society around that particular case that took place in Nelson Mandela Bay. And we are very much encouraged by the fact that law enforcement, in particular the NPA, have not given up on the case. They have appealed the case. They've got our full support. And the same as society was actually outraged by the outcome of the judgment. Whatever the weaknesses that were expressed legally, they need to be followed up, and he must be brought to book because that seemed to be almost like a miscarriage of justice. So we are on the side of the victims. We believe them. We don't want to comment about Omotoso leaving the country. In the first place, can somebody become Omotoso in South Africa? Just like that. An evangelist, open a church, do all sorts of things. People who are doing the work of the Lord must be supported. But there's some of the things that are reported not just worrisome, but we must frown upon them as a nation on daily basis. The fact that our people follow in numbers these churches that are reporting such activities have been reported about such churches. We need to frown upon that. But we are encouraged by the fact that the criminal justice system in our country and the NPA is dealing with the matter and making follow-up on the Omotoso case. Like any other cases, all these, priests were dealing with Bushiri, who came to our country, ran away in the manner in which he did, and then we're struggling to extradite him back into South Africa. So it tells you something about us, and we need to do something about it. It's very important. With regard to the United States of America, we have said as the ANC we support the role the president is playing of leading a delegation and going to the United States and engage with the President of the United States. South Africa is a sovereign country, and if things have to fall apart between us and the United States, it must be explained somehow. So the head of state, in the best interest of South Africa, America is the second trading partner of South Africa. The head of state will do what the president is doing. Not the things that are said by people who are sitting on their laurels, complaining and verbosing things that will not help our economy in terms of our relations with the United States. What the president is going to do in America is to reset good relations in terms of trade with the United States. That has been a thorny issue for quite some time, not only with the Trump administration. There have been issues about AGOA, and that is why the Minister of Trade and Industry is important in terms of that delegation. We fully support that. It has been an issue. Remember, if AGOA goes, how many jobs will go? Especially in terms of the automobile industry in South Africa. It doesn't mean that South Africa does not have options. But you cannot just lose your biggest trading partner over issues that are not clearly explained. We must deal with the politics that the Trump administration is espousing, including the distortions around the genocide. The president has been very clear about that. As we all know, South Africans, black and white, have rallied against this notion that there is a genocide in our country. And they've dispelled that in the best interest of our country. All patriots have risen to the occasion to condemn any notion that seeks to suggest that there is a genocide. Is there crime in our country? There is crime in South Africa. And it is to the levels where we ourselves have taken steps upon steps to ensure that we deal with crime. Even in the United States, there is crime. But to seek to say genocide, it's a political terminology that seeks to say there is a political program to annihilate a particular race by the state in this particular instance, because we are being accused as the state. Now, President Ramaphosa is elected overwhelmingly by South Africans. He's got to stand up for what is good. He's got to defend sovereignty of South Africa. And at the same time, if that sovereignty is threatened, he must stand up to it and then defend it. And he's got all the tools at his disposal within the basket of diplomacy. And that is what is important, and that is what he's going to do in the United States. And the fact that the President of America have agreed to meet with our president, it means he is going to open up to engage with the president. So we are looking forward to that. But as the African National Congress, if you were to ask us about America and what we think about it, it's a different story altogether. What the ANC espouses and believes what is America in ideological terms, we agree that we don't share with others in our country, first and foremost. But at the end of the day, the ANC as a dominant, largest political party in this country have led from the front in terms of supporting South Africa's good trading partners and doing the work for all South Africans. So in the best interest of our country, any president will do that, and his collective. So we are happy with regard to that. What else?
The budget and the absence of...
No, the budget will come on Wednesday. The president have facilitated and ensured that budget 3.0 is back on track. There is acting president, by the way, Fikile Mbalula. So South Africa understand and will understand that the president is not on holiday. He's going to fight for them. He's going to normalize things for their interest. Our economy is not performing well. Our economy is producing jobless growth. President cannot allow certain things simply to happen and he did nothing about. He's got to account to the nation. We support President Ramaphosa. The budget must be passed. It means work is going on. Nothing stops because the president have left the country. The president have left the country with a clear conscience that that work will be overcome. All political parties, we seem to be one, except a few, of course, about the budget. We have now overcome the VAT increase issue in terms of the budget. So we're looking forward to the minister tabling the budget and the budget going, for appropriation at the later stage and being passed by Parliament and the budget framework. So that's what we are looking forward to. So we are confident, talking to political parties, that Wednesday will be a great day for our country and even beyond that. So we're looking forward to what the minister will table. Of course, we will be there in Cape Town to look at what the minister will table in terms of the budget. But the fact that we're making strides and we're succeeding in a way out of the turbulences we've gone through in terms of the budget is still fine, but it adds to the experience of the government of national unity and what we can do, that we can overcome, we can engage, we can go through issues in a robust manner, and then probably find each other. Even on Wednesday, there will still be others who don't agree with certain things in terms of the budget. That is normal in a democracy, but let's tick the box. South Africa's democracy is indestructible. We're still strong, despite what we have gone through. Government of national unity is still here. And at the same time, budget is coming. Nothing collapsed. We still have to work to make it a point that the economy works and work for our people. And we need to govern and govern well. So that tells you, among nations of the world, that our democracy is the strongest.
I believe the